Yeah, it's going to be a process today because that was already in there, and I'm going to want it to cool down the hot tea because it's going to stay hot in here. And this is cold from that, so first we have to get the water hot. We got to warm the cup. So if you're making tea the right way, you must warm the cup. I don't want to pour the hot water into a cold cup. Yeah, sorry about the mess. Normally we pour the tea over the hot water over the tea bag, but I only have one hand to pour with, so I'll do this first. Isn't that creepy? I think it's creepy. And I'm putting this into my body, but it does this weird. All right, let's get rolling here. I'm late. My life is a mess. Look at this desk. Holy cow! I gotta clean this stuff up. 8:42. That's late. Late. I will admit quite freely that the sleep schedule is still messed up from the Hawaii. So it's a week, and that 6 hours back is just still not right. I don't even know what to say about that. Just staying up too late and then not being able to get up because stayed up too late. I don't know. And it's the Olympics too. All of that being said, happy Monday, y'all. Let's make our day and our week what we want our day and our week to be. Right? Looks like it's going to be a beautiful late July day. Do it. What is becoming nearly a daily activity, it's time to lay down the cushions for the outdoor furniture. I've disconnected our sprinkler setup now that we're back from vacation. And but you know, it rains. Sorry about the bad and jostly camera actions here. Things get wet, and these things do need to drain, so, you know, I stood them up yesterday because we got some rain. Flowers are looking great, though, so I'm going to have to do some manual watering of the plants, which is totally acceptable. Of course, no problems there. I don't think I filmed it all. I took a picture. Maybe it was the bleach. I don't know, but this has completely drained itself. My wife suggested that maybe me dropping bleach in here to kill the moss and mosquito larvae that were growing in here affected, and this stuff is pretty soft, so it may have affected this. I also might have just not allowed it to fully cure. So that's a bummer. And it ran dry, and I think it killed this pump that we just freaking bought. So that's unplugged. I'm upset about that. All right, I got cheaper birds here. Cheap. They're mad at me about something. I don't know what. And I got to go back in for meeting part 2, the sequel. So there's that. Oh, and of course, with no living fish, the pond looks fine, but this thing just keeps coming undone. So frustrating. I can't get any piece of tape that I put on the bottom of this thing, which I'm gonna pull out here right now. Arg. Can I get it off of there? There we go. So this, I put a piece of tape and then stick it in the pump to hold it, and nothing will stay on here. Even good old Flex Seal tape won't stay on here, so that I can still remove it when I need it. See, I could like put a screw in it or something like that, or glue it, but I need to take this thing off of the pump filter because of the filter casing. So I can't stick it on there permanently. It has to be removable. The problem is, if it's removable, the water pressure just spits it out, and then the rest of the fountain doesn't work. So that one will run. The pump is obviously running. I'm just going to leave this out here so it'll dry. I'll try that all again. All right, that's the Monday update in between meetings. I have to get inside now and get ready for the next meeting. Actually, I might come sit outside for the next meeting. I'm still trying to keep my tan. I have 4 minutes before the meeting, as it turns out, and I am going to go weigh in. One thing that I've been pleasantly discovering is that in addition to some gastrointestinal difficulties that are not necessary to be detailed on my YouTube channel, I have been losing weight since we got back from vacation. I mean, I picked up all of 2 pounds on vacation, no big deal, but seeing pictures and video of myself at my current size while on vacation was another eye-opening experience and makes me inspired to work on that a little bit. And I have been, so that's good news. So I want to do that before I eat anything and before this meeting gets started. And now I've taken up most of the time available for that to happen by talking to you. So I'm going to stop talking to you. Less than satisfactory. I mean, less, but just a little less, which is good. Okay, we're making progress. Progress, baby steps, whatever. Whatever, that's cool. Let's bring the laptop inside. It is hot for the laptop sitting in the sun. I'm gonna go grab myself some lunch and go on with the rest of the Monday. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm ordering Eli's. I haven't done it forever, and I'm gonna go pick it up right now. You know, there'll be car footage, but I just wanted to show you that and that I'm leaving the house. I don't know why. This is what we do. It's a vloggy kind of thing to do. Huh, forgot my sunglasses. They're inside. Oh well. As you can see, new battery. Car started right up. Life is good. We've already talked about that. Heading to grab us some lunch. Well, perfectly good house. Are they going to put like 4 houses on that corner lot? Some parts of progress, totally cool with. Some parts of progress, not totally cool with. It was a unique, interesting home. There was nothing wrong with it. It was actually very well upkept, and now it's gone. So that the big corner lot that they had can be subdivided. And, you know, I get it. You own stuff. You want to recoup your investment on owning, and land is one of those things that there's only so much of, but come on. Have I mentioned how nice it is to drive on this road since they have redone the blacktop? Yes, I have. I still find it worthy of mention how nice it is to drive on this road since they redid the blacktop. At least until you get stuck behind a dump truck thingy carrying stuff that might pop off and crack your windshield. And now the dude is actually going under the speed limit. Oh well. It's a pleasant day for a drive. I have talked about not ascribing bad intent to other people's actions, right? Because you don't know why people do what they're doing, and especially in things like on the road. People aren't out to get you unless you drive like a jerk, right? They're just doing the thing that makes sense to them based on their surroundings. So for all I know, this guy is going slowly because he knows he might have some rock in his truck that might at high speed pop off and do something bad to my car, chip my windshield or whatever. So for all I know, the reason he's going so slowly is out of courtesy to me. Now, I want to drive a little faster on those twisty turns, but he's protecting my car for all I know. So that's my choice, right? I can choose to ascribe a positive intent to somebody else's actions, because the truth is I have no idea why they're doing what they're doing. Our brains are pattern-forming machines, and we do that. We make these predictions, but studies have shown, research has shown that we're just so bad at it. We've talked about that before. So we form patterns that don't exist. We ascribe intentions to other people's behaviors because we think I can read people really well. But truth is, we're not really good at it. We think we're much better at it than we are. So, since everything that I create, as far as reading other people, is a fantasy on my part, it's magical thinking. Why not magically think positively? Yeah, baby. A little bit more on that whole positive energy kind of thing and choosing kind of your reality. That positive interactions is if you just kind of you train yourself. I don't think it's natural for many people. I don't know that it's even natural for me, and that I've talked about that before, that I've trained myself to be a more positive person. And by doing that, if you fake it till you become it, right? Not fake it till you make it, you fake it till you become it. So you pretend that you're a positive person, you just say, okay, and you fake it. And then eventually it becomes second nature and a part of your habit. Now, you reap the benefits of this in many ways. And again, this is rehashing videos from a year or two ago. But another example, so I go into the restaurant to pick up my to-go order, and in the space, it's kind of a weird space because it's an old house. And to go to where the registers are, there's two doorways side by side, right, with the middle one in between, because it used to be a house. And some young lady was getting her stuff and asked for like silverware or something, I don't even know. And then went to get it, and she turned around to leave through one of those two doors, and it was not even awkward, but enough awkward. I was far enough back that she was like, "Oh, excuse me," like, no big deal, right? No, no, it wasn't necessary. It's like, absolutely, no, we smiled, great. Just literally a split second of a positive interaction where there was no harm, there was no foul, there was no fault, but both of us were being polite and using our manners. Civility being, of course, the grease upon which civilization slides. Well, I get my stuff, great. I go to the car, I get out of the car, and as I'm pulling out, she was on the street just past it trying to come out. It's very hard to see there. And again, I was the only car. I was coming up, and I was just able to, again, make eye contact with her, smile. She smiled back at me. So there was no animosity in me, being in her way to turn right to get out of there. Just a kind of second repeat interaction where we were being polite, using our manners, because we were kind of in each other's way, but kind of not. And so she's probably smiling about that, thinking the same thing I am, because we both handled it as no big deal. Now, this is the default position for a lot of people. I get that. This is a tiny example, and I would say in 99.999% of the population, those interactions would have gone the same way. I'm not saying I'm special or that she's special. I'm just saying that this is an example of when you train yourself to be a positive person, train yourself to be a polite person, train yourself to be a person who sees the good in interactions and expects them. Then if you expect it, then your interactions turn out to be good because you're used to having good interactions. So why would your interactions be any different? If you expect your interactions to be bad, most of your interactions are going to be bad because that's what you expect. So that affects your subliminal behavior. And I do believe in subliminal behavior and how that works. Maybe not in the way that you think, but it does make a difference. All right, that's 2 minutes and 46 or so seconds, so I'm going to stop talking now and drive. One of the downfalls of this channel is that it's just a hobby, right? It's not my full-time job. It's not my part-time job. I'm not making any money for it. It is a vlog format. So I could be throwing out cool little graphics and slides and stock video of interactions to illuminate some of these points that I'm making. And there are other channels that do a really good job of that. One channel that I wholeheartedly recommend is called Charisma on Command. I'll say it again, Charisma on Command. I'm sure at editing I will put a link to it if I can. Definitely put a link in there. I've watched a lot of videos on that channel. He posts a lot of videos, and a lot of the things that he says are things that I say that I have known for a long time, And I appreciate that this fairly young person has put together some really excellent videos about what charisma is. But it's not just charisma. It's also just how to move through social interactions smoothly and get positive results for yourself and for other people, which is kind of what that whole last statement was about too. I want to have positive results for myself and the people that I interact with, but I can only control myself, right? So I control my end of the bargain. I expect my interactions to be positive, and so I behave in a way because of that expectation that I have built through my previous experience. I behave in a way that actually helps fulfill that prophecy. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because I expect my interactions to be good, I behave in such a way that helps my interactions be good. Now, it doesn't guarantee anything, right? I'm not talking in absolutes and exclusives, but that's the truth. That is the truth. That is how life works, right? The expectations that you have around you, they create things. And really that whole, The Secret, you've heard of The Secret? That what you put out in the universe comes back to you. It's nothing mystical. It's nothing mystical. There's no magic, and it's not the universe even, really, I don't think. It is my energy that I emanate. Other sentient beings receive your energy, and they respond to it accordingly to their energy, right? So most people's energy, when you're sending out positive vibes, they receive the positive vibes and they react positively to total. Well, there we are. Oops, you missed it. 7:43. I'm teaching today. I have two pupils from good old Wyandotte that I must instruct, and so all day, probably 8 until 4:30. One of them has to leave at 4:30 because she has to go get her kid. I understand, but you also need to take these classes so that you can keep your job, or do your job, I should say. All right, it is Tuesday. Let's rock this Tuesday out. July's almost over. It's July 27th. I can't even get over the fact that it's suddenly July's gone. Well, when you travel a good chunk of it, that'll happen to you. All right, time to, as we say, make our day. So let's do that. Yeah, it's another kind of tea day. And I'm doubling up on the beverages. I'm getting a hot beverage, plus I have a cold beverage. Because I'm talking a lot. I haven't talked a lot. I haven't done a class in a while. So I need both. Here we are, outside, taking the garbage out. I hope you can see me. Seems like I did this last week. Sorry about the bad filming there. And I wasn't going to do it this week, but here I am doing it because it's got to come out. And I just don't feel like waiting around for my kids to do it. So barefoot, I'm taking the garbage out. Hey, it is Tuesday. I hope you made your Tuesday what you wanted your Tuesday to be. Longest day. Had the whole training all day, and then ended up going to just a car meet up, which is very small, but we got a good time. Talked with some guys. Guy that's been to over 1,000 concerts in his life. So we had some good stories and car stories too. Oh, all right, it's late. I'm gonna go to bed. So that's that. That's all I got to say about that. So, all right, see you tomorrow. Ooh, look at me. Actually gonna be logged into work on time this morning. Ooh, and listen to that. Stayed up too late watching the Olympics yet again. Gotta stop doing that. It's just bad for me. Happy Wednesday. Well, Kroger successfully achieved. I just went to the store and picked up some stuff. Well, I'm still there. I haven't left yet. And one of the nicest things she's done for me in a while, My wife just texted me a picture of some old Sony cameras that they had at the school that they're probably going to get rid of, and just curious if maybe I wanted one of them, which was nice, especially because, you know, we have so much junk and she doesn't want us to have any more junk, and they'd only be good for like a display. So the answer is no, but still cool. Good morning. It is, what day is it? It's Thursday. It's like 8:07. I was up at 7:53. I don't know how it took me that long to brush my teeth and put clothes on. But here we are. Happy Thursday. Glad to be Thursdaying with you. I don't know, God's the best light on me so you can see me the best. Make your day what you want your day to be. You know all that stuff. And we'll recap Wednesday later, I guess. You saw. Played sand volleyball. Lost all 3. The team was good. Actually, they should be in the next league up. They really should have been. They were like calling plays, doing the finger thing behind their back. That's not co-ed recreational. That I just had to enter my password again for Microsoft Teams, which I shouldn't have had to do because I VPN in. So it's all about order of operations sometimes, right? Which thing pops up first before I get logged into the VPN? It's gray. I caved. I turned the light on so you can see me a little bit better, I guess, which doesn't bode well for the pool thing that's supposed to happen later today. So we'll see. I hope it works out. Yeah, I'm supposed to sing and play guitar for a friend who's having pool day Thursday. You know who you are because parts of your family actually do watch this. So by the time we see this, we'll know whether or not the rain held off and whether or not the birthday party for your sister-in-law worked out. Hope so. There's a hummingbird in here, and it just like flew up and checked me out. So I brought out an orange to see if I can actually attract it. Don't hold your breath. And the neighbor's home, so I'm just gonna stop. But that was wild because I was out there trying to find the beeping noise that I'm hearing. Maybe it's the fan, just kind of, you know, squeaking. And I thought I should get the hummingbird feeder down and redo the fluid in there because they never come to it. And then I thought, do I need to stop putting it out for the hummingbirds? And then I looked up and there was a hummingbird, but it didn't come to see me. I gotta get out of this chair. Sitting in this chair. Sorry about the tucked laptop arm camera view. It's bad for my knee. My knee is starting to hurt. I'm pretty sure it's just patellar tendonitis, which isn't like the worst thing in the world. I mean, obviously not the best thing in the world. Just overuse and sitting. So sitting, I think that's what it is. Although after this second volleyball game last night, the knee started feeling pretty good, relatively speaking. Certainly had to cinch down the brace pretty hard. So I'm gonna move. Oh, there's a hole in this Ziploc bag. I got frozen peas to put on my knee, and there's a hole in that Ziploc. I have to give it a new one. Yes, I'm gonna move to a place where I can extend my leg. Open the lid partly and add seasoning into the cup. Pour in boiling water to fill up the inside line. Cover the lid and wait 3 minutes. Stir and enjoy your delicious mama. Can be cooked in microwave on high for 3 minutes. So this is from Hawaii. We bought it, you know, for like $1 at the grocery store so that we could have something in the hotel room. And then we didn't. So we just traveled from Oahu to Maui and now to Cincinnati. And I'm gonna try it. Oh, there's the seasoning, and look, a little broken down utensil. How cute. So yeah, I just unfolded it, and then you dip it, and it connects, and look, I have a fork. Nice. Water sounds boiling. So let's do it. Up to line. I can't, oop, that was too much. Because that's the only line I can see was the one I just went over. Cover. Wait 3 minutes. I mean, it says fork inside, so clearly I didn't read. I mean, it looks yummy, doesn't it? This is going to be a mess, just so you know. Yeah, it tastes like it costs $1. One thing to say about it, it actually does have a bit of a kick, which is good. And it just says artificial chicken flavor. I mean, it doesn't say it's like hot and spicy or anything, but it just is a little bit. So it's getting better. You know what this means? Yes, that's right. Oh, that was a horrible slow flip because I'm trying to get leaves out of my car. We have the gig thing that we're doing for a friend. All right, gonna go set up. See how this is gonna go. This seems like a good time for a time lapse.